Howdy. Hello. Welcome. Here we go.
With episode
6. Dare we say 6? Episode 6.
Getting up to those double digits.
I know. A lot to celebrate. First off, shout out to Rob.
Yes.
Who popped in the other day and showed us a couple of key points on our sound.
To fix our audio.
And I think we got the audio
Thank you, Rob.
tweaked. In fact, we got it tweaked so well, it looks like we can actually start
Tweaking nipples.
tweaking nipples, which is always good, or the podcast.
Yes.
We want to start doing also. So what we're going to do for the podcast is we're going to do a couple. We got some campaigns in mind, but now I'm even thinking I want to do maybe 3, like a cyberpunk one.
Oh yeah.
And then have 3 set podcasts, like cyberpunk, Pathfinder, Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
Okay. But then every once in a while we do a one-off of something, like Star Wars, Call of Cthulhu. You know what I mean? We just do things like,
So with the 3 separate ones, is it going to be recording one day one, then a couple weeks later record another one, then put them out? Have 3 going out once?
Yeah, what I want to do is I want to record the good podcast that I'm listening to that I like, do about an hour release at a time with their sessions, but I know they record 4 hours at a time.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, we record 4 hours at a time, so that's 4 one
hours.
a week. Mm-hmm. So is it going to be like D&D this month, the next month Cyberpunk, the next month?
No.
Okay, that's what I was wondering if people are going to have to wait 3 months before they hear the next D&D one.
What I want to do is I want to record a couple of them ahead of time, so we're not behind trying to catch up.
Okay.
So we want to have a couple in the basket, so to speak. But then after that, we'll have a couple on deck, so we can start dropping those. And then we do, one Cyberpunk, one D&D, one Pathfinder adventure a month. But that's 4 episodes, so we're not killing ourselves trying to find time to do it. We just all get together, drink a bunch of beer, eat a bunch of popcorn, and go for it.
If you want to be a beer sponsor for that, hop on.
I know.
We will.
We're very excited. So we're very excited. So Rob, thanks for coming over. Again, dude, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We owe you.
Definitely.
Big time. So busy week though, man. A lot going on. Things happening in the movie theater. Probably going to talk about Deadpool. A lot of spoilers.
Actually, let's just go ahead and start with Deadpool first before we talk about anything else. Let's do it. Deadpool. We saw it opening night.
Saw it open.
Freaking amazing.
It was. So the tickler was, as we get to the movie theater, and where we are, it's not the best movie theater.
Normally, this theater is not packed.
Yeah, and normally I've really, since I've been here, I've never really seen.
I've never seen it packed. Even for Star Wars, Avengers, Endgame, I walked in opening night and bought tickets right at the counter, no issue.
So we rolled in, and parking lot was pretty full.
Yeah.
Then we get inside the theater, and lines at every register, 6, 7.
Every register was open.
Every register was open. Plus, they had extra help behind the counter.
Yeah, they had 2 people running the food.
So it was really cool. So it was kind of fun. Our theater was sold out. Everything was sold out. I thought the theater was kind of, a little bit into the movie. There were people were clapping, people were shouting. They were shouting stuff out, which is cool.
But it wasn't as loud as videos you would see online of other theaters cheering.
No,
when
it was not.
A special cameo happened or anything.
Right. No, I was a little disappointed. But still, it was fun. There was still a very good camaraderie, I think, in the theater. People there to enjoy themselves and to kind of get through the movie. So it was.
Unlike other movies, we didn't have anybody texting on their phone, interrupting you. Didn't hear the phone go off. Anybody's phone go off at all.
It was a 2-hour flick, and I never got up to pee once. I was happy.
I had pee halfway through. I'm I'm not doing it. I'm holding this.
You are.
I have a large Coke here. I'm going to sip it, but I am holding this because I will. Damn, I need diapers for a movie, apparently.
You need to get yourself a Texas catheter. Go and Google that if you don't know what it is. All right, so, but it was everything I wanted it to be. I was not worried about, people the movie didn't have a lot of plot. I wasn't worried about plot. Was good enough to get through the thing, but man, the cameos and the Easter eggs and the Joe, now I actually saw the movie twice this weekend. And there were things the second time through that I missed the first
See,
time.
that's why I enjoy going the second time, because the first time you focus on the story, you don't pay attention to everything in the background. Second time you're like, okay, I know what's going to happen. Let's focus on the background. Let's see what we can
what I
find
was doing.
now.
I was looking in the background. Deadpool say something funny, Wolverine say something funny. Everyone was laughing, and the first time you kind of missed the follow-up joke or the gags because you laugh. But the second time I picked a bit more up and and I liked it. It was good. Go see the movie, man. I thought was kind of cool. And again, spoilers is what was the good looking Deadpool? The guy that doesn't regenerate. What was his name?
It's his twin brother.
His twin brother, good looking Pool,
Yeah, I can't
handsome
remember his
Pool.
name now.
I don't know who it was, but that whole sequence was hilarious. So a couple of times, but there's just it was good.
It was definitely a fan favorite movie.
But, yeah, it was definitely a fan favorite. It was, but well worth it though. I mean, God, so much.
Marvel Jesus.
Marvel Jesus.
Definitely is the hero.
Here's the good thing too. A lot of the funny stuff in the trailers, okay, but there is just as much stuff that was not in the trailers. So you were surprised when, sometimes you go see some of these movies and all the good stuff's in the trailer and you're like, it kind of sucks.
Like they spoiled X-23 in the trailer in the last one.
Yeah, that kind of. I would have liked to have that surprise.
Yeah. But the other cameos that popped up were just as good, if not better.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah. So definitely worth it. Which kind of puts me in the mood because we saw the preview for the new Alien flick coming out.
That preview on the theater was so much better than TV.
My God, that looks just amazing. Just amazing. So
this week, Trap comes out.
Yeah, Trap comes out this week. Then we got the Alien movie coming out. What's the end of August? Oh, the one based on the video game.
Borderlands.
Borderlands comes out.
They had newish trailer for that, and I'm still not hyped to see it, but I think going to the movie to watch it just as a fun movie would be good.
Right.
I'm going to go in, not expect anything from the Borderlands games, be like, all right, it's just going to be a fun movie.
Yeah.
Go in with open arms and try to enjoy that.
Right, but Deadpool was cool. It was a great week. Like I said, Deadpool, awesome. I was happy. Everybody knows I'm big into space and rockets and everything else.
Look at this wonderful thing you picked
and
up.
then second. Okay, so we went to let's go back to before I talk about space. Deadpool. We got in there. It was only it was Friday.
It was Regal Theater too.
Yeah, and they were. It was.
That's the Regal, yeah.
Yeah, and they were already sold out of everything when we got to the counter. Because I was going to spend a little cash and get like a Deadpool bucket or whatever. Now what's interesting is that they didn't have the same stuff AMC had. Because you all probably have seen the picture of the popcorn bucket. It looks like Hugh Jackman's mouth or something.
Yeah.
And
there's that. Then there's a normal Wolverine helmet.
Yeah.
There's a Deadpool helmet, a kid pool, baby pool. There's a bunch.
Yeah. So, but Regal didn't have that. But everything Regal had, they were sold out of. So either maybe they only did so much per day.
Well, technically, the movie came out Thursday too.
Yeah, that's true. But they were out, so we didn't get anything. So when I went to this family-owned theater with my daughter and fiance the next day, they actually had this wonderful thing there, and I was like, oh, I must have it. But I knew from their Facebook page that they only did so many per day. And so when I got to the register, I said to the owner, I go, dude, how many of these do you have any? He goes, that's the last one. I'm like, I'll take it. So, but he was like, yeah, he goes, the big chains, they buy him thousands upon thousands. He goes, we're a mom and pop shop, but he goes, there's a company we call, and they make stuff especially for smaller chains, mom and pop theaters, so they can participate in these events. I thought, well, that's cool. And that's actually kind of a really cool.
It's a nice heavy duty thick
yeah,
plastic
it really
one.
is. I really like that. So that was really cool.
Did you actually put the popcorn in it?
I did. I did put the popcorn in it. When I was leaving, somebody offered me $40. I was like, no, not going to happen. Not going to happen. Leave my Deadpool bucket alone. So
if they offered you $100,
I would have sold it. $100. I'll sell my underwear for $100. But so that was really cool. But no, it was good. Now again, so Deadpool this week was good for me. Excuse me. SpaceX was good for me. They had that slight mishap. A couple weeks ago, where second stage didn't make it, kind of blew up in space, and so they were under, they couldn't fly. But basically, they got 3 launches up this weekend, which is pretty cool. Nice. So they had 3 launches in 30 hours, which was pretty sweet. So that was excited. But my SpaceX shirt I couldn't find, so I wore an Apollo lander shirt to celebrate SpaceX because it's all cool. So there we are.
And this weekend was also the second biggest convention in the U.S. Technically, New York ComicCon is the biggest by attendance-wise.
Right.
But San Diego ComicCon gets all the glory because it's Hollywood.
Yeah, yeah.
And there were a lot of huge announcements. Kevin Smith came out and announced the new Jay and Silent Bob movie that they're going to be in.
Yep.
And some other stuff.
Yep.
The big announcement was for Fantastic Four. They brought the cast on stage. They actually had the flying car go across through the audience above them.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
the
that
flying
was actually,
car was also in Deadpool.
Yeah, technically.
It was? The little hover
Yeah.
car?
Yeah, that's right. So
another great Easter egg. It was going to go to the movie.
But they had a little mini trailer for Fantastic Four.
Oh.
It wasn't a full normal trailer you would see. It was looked like the test footage that they just did just to see how everything looked, and they loved it, and they actually made a little trailer out of it.
Okay. All right.
And it's going to be taking place in the 60s, and it's a futuristic type 60s, where like in the 50s, where people were saying, oh, we're going to have flying cars, all these fancy looking buildings.
Sure.
That's the type of movie we're going to get there.
Okay, well, that's cool.
So it looks
I dig that.
really good.
Okay.
Then the end of the trailer actually showed, looking out of the tower, Galactus looking in.
Oh.
So we know who the big baddie is.
That's cool, too.
So that was really
Well, hopefully
cool.
it's better than the last one.
But then the biggest news that freaked everyone out.
Is that going to be...
Doctor Doom.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the Deadpool trailer they dropped. Okay.
What Deadpool trailer did they drop?
Ah! See? There was it's called, check this out. It's from Ketchup Productions. And I don't even know what this thing is. I was on YouTube and it was like, trailers for Comic-Con from San Diego. I was like, okay. So I started watching it. And there was a 7-minute, not Deadpool, Hellboy.
Oh, Hellboy, okay.
Hellboy trailer.
Yes, I heard about the new Hellboy movie.
And yeah, and by Ketchup Productions. It looked Hellboy. You know how in some of the comics he's not as big, he's more narrow, more like an anime type thing. That's what this Hellboy kind of reminded me of. Not Deadpool. I don't know. I was thinking I've got Deadpool in the brain, but the trailer was pretty sweet. Trailer. If we could. I don't know. I don't know if it has to be out there because I watched part of it.
We can find it.
But it was good. In fact, the house he goes into, it's called like Hellboy and the Crooked Man or something like that, or the Leaning Man is what it was. But the house he goes into reminded me of the house from Cabin in the Woods.
Okay.
Is what it reminded me of. But it looked pretty good. I was like, who is this? I didn't even know they were doing another Hellboy movie. So I thought that was pretty slick. So
they announced 2 more Avenger movies. And we knew one of them was supposed to be Avengers King's Dynasty.
Yes.
But after the incident with the actor for that, they scrapped that plans.
Yes.
And it's now going to be Avengers Doomsday coming out in May 2026.
Ooh.
So that's where they brought out a bunch of Doctor Dooms on stage. Then another Doctor Doom walked out on stage, took the mask off, and it was Robert Downey Jr.
I thought that was well done, though. I like that idea. I'm not opposed. I like Robert Downey Jr. There has been a kerfuffle, apparently, amongst the nerds of the internet.
Yeah, but there's a comic from Earth 11026, I believe, where Doctor Doom and Robert Downey are in college. Not Robert Downey, Tony Stark are in college, and they brain swap. And so Doctor Doom goes into Tony's body, and Tony's brain goes into the other one, and Tony gets amnesia, so he doesn't know what's going on. So Doctor Doom becomes Tony Stark.
Gotcha.
But the funny thing I was thinking was, if that is a storyline they're doing, he's just a dude playing another dude disguised as another dude.
He's just a dude playing it. That's pretty good. That's funny.
Tropic Thunder is such a good movie. But then we have Avengers Secret Wars in May 2027, and they said Fantastic Four will be in both of those movies as well.
Oh.
Let alone their own standalone movie.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So we're going to have a lot of Marvel coming up in the next couple years.
I dig that. I can dig that. Oh, man. I don't know. I'm still excited about the Robert Downey Jr. thing, though. You know.
I think it's a good idea.
It appealed to me. I was like, I still don't
He's
understand.
a great actor. Why not?
Yeah, I still don't understand why some people got a little bit oinky.
They're thinking it's just a
that.
cash grab to bring a big name person back into the franchise to get people coming. Because it's going to be newer Avengers. We're not going to have Thor, probably. We're not going to have Captain America and them in there.
Okay,
not the
okay.
Captain America we know. It's a newer Captain, probably.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense. Now, you know what's funny? I was looking through, in fact, that's what I'm looking for right here real quick. I was on YouTube the other day, and, we've been talking about, like, Call of Cthulhu and some of these different things, games we like to play. We talked about it in episode 5. We kind of covered, the box sets and why they're so helpful. And, the computer, the TVs are always listening. And on my YouTube, it popped up because we were talking about how much we liked Alien. We're looking forward to it. And there was a short, and it's called Alien Monday. Okay? And so I watched it. It was fantastic. It was like a 20-minute short. And the guy who, like, wrote it, printed, animated, everything. It took him a year to do it. And he just dumped it on, and he does it for free, which is amazing. And so I went down the rabbit hole. So I was like...
Easy to do on YouTube.
It was. So I'm like, I wonder what else is there. Because, this Alien one is really good. In fact, we'll probably put a link to it in our notes so you can check it out. But take a look. Let's know your thoughts on that. But there was... If you're a DM, a GM, a keeper, and you want some ideas on running a game, go to YouTube and just put in fantasy short, horror short, sci-fi short. There is just a ton of really good stuff. The guy who did the Alien Monday did another one called TIE Fighter.
That one was really cool.
That was like really good too. There is a band, I think it's called DYE. It's called Fantasy is the name of their video. It's only like a 3-minute song, but it's probably one of the best Call of Cthulhu shorts I have ever seen. These kids break in a pool to go swimming, and this tentacle thing kind of erupts out of a couple of their bodies. It is great. I could talk about this for our whole time, but I won't do that. But the other one I want to talk about is there's two. There's one called The Worm, okay, and it's a series. It's called Don't Walk Home Alone After Dark is the series they have. And two that I watched, one is called The Worm, and I won't go into details, but again, it was short, about 15 minutes, and the other one is called The Pine Creepers. And again, great Call of Cthulhu stuff, horror mystery stuff. I sent Mike a bunch of things. I'm like, dude, you gotta watch these. They are just so good. The other cool one I watched by David Romero is called Pleasant Inn, I-N-N, Pleasant Inn. And that was another great Cthulhu type thing. There's like 30 of them I could talk about. I won't get into that right now. But they were so good. We could do a whole episode just breaking down these shows and what they do. So
Okay.
it was amazing. It was amazing. So I'll put the links in the notes. Watch them. Please, in the comments, tell us what you think. We'd love to know your thoughts. Give us your feedback.
One other big, huge news that came out this past week, not at San Diego ComicCon, but earlier in the week, Todd McFarlane. We know he's been working on a Spawn movie for 5 years now with, can't remember the actor's name now, but we're doing a Spawn movie. We have a title and we have a script. It's called King Spawn.
Oh.
So I'm excited for it.
Okay.
Let's see how that's going to be. Can't be any worse than the last Spawn movie we had.
Okay. All right. Right on. So what's new in the world of Gundam today?
Oh, there's a lot that's new.
Let's hear what's new.
So
Ready.
I went and picked up some stuff at Hobby Lobby the other day because I mentioned them, and here they are. Weathering kits to weather your Gundams. So you have mud, light sand,
Snow suit and rust.
Yeah.
Okay, those are cool.
So they're cheap little $5 things at Hobby Lobby.
And these are, you sponge them on? Or?
Yeah. Sponge them on, get a
Okay.
little sponge brush and plop it on your kit.
All right.
But the two kits I have here today, so MegaCon, this past year down in Orlando in February, they had Gundam base there, the big exclusive Gundams you could buy that's normally only in Japan. They had some here, and they had this special clear one here from Iron Blood Orphans.
Okay.
It's just really cool, Barbados, but he's all clear. So there's not going to be any weathering with this one. You're not going to pan a line because the whole kit's too clear to even bother with it. But it's really cool. I never had a Gundam base one, so I picked that up. But this one here, done by Bandai, and everybody knows I love my One Piece because I love my Nami.
Right.
This is one of the ships from the movie Red.
Oh.
So, and it's same type kit. You don't need any other tools except nippers and just
the old nippers is all you need. A
time
little bit
you
of
need.
nippers.
Which is funny when I was at Hobby Lobby the other day.
Do they sell nippers?
Yeah, but they're not like God hands, not anything good. They're cheaper ones. But when I was there, I was in a model aisle just looking around, and an older gentleman was there, and he started talking to me about model kits, like the cars not being how they were back when he was younger. Then I'm like, I built those when I was younger, but now I'm on to the Japanese Gundam kits, and he was asking about them. So I started telling him more about it, and then told him about the shows we do. And he's like, oh, I need a card. Do you have a business card? Yes, I do, right here. He's like, I'm going to have to check your show. That sounds like a lot of fun. I want to learn more about these models.
So if you're watching, sir, and you talk to Mike, you need to say something in the comments. That is fantastic.
So it's really cool meeting somebody new to talk to, and hopefully he might get into the hobby.
No, that's cool, man. I love it. I love it.
And if he does, I can show him a great shop here in Tampa to pick Gundams up.
For sure. So, but, all right. I do like the weathering kit stuff, though.
Yeah.
You can probably use that on anything, right? I mean, like, because I'm kind of thinking, like, builds, terrain, things like that. You know, speaking of terrain, though, we talked about crafting terrain. And I'm excited about that. Then I was thinking not everybody has time to craft. You want to maybe buy something, and so you have you have certain stuff by like Warlock, but they're like $60-$70 for a box for pieces. Some stuff is good. Like I had on here the other day on one of our episodes, we have the Cavern kit that we talked about, which is really cool. This one I picked up because it's actually a wharf. It's docks and things like that. So I thought, all right, that's pretty cool. But when I was doing a search for Pathfinder, these dungeons and lasers right here, the city street, very inexpensive. Same way with Hall of Heroes right here, this Hall of Heroes one. Again, very inexpensive, not bad at all. If you do a search for Pathfinder terrain, oddly enough on Amazon, there's where it pops up. We should probably just create something and put links to all this stuff. But what's cool with the city streets is you get a lot of tiles, and it's like $40, if that. Nice. It's like really, it's
not bad.
The downside is you got to paint everything. So everything else you get, it's all you pre-painted. You set it up, it looks pretty. It may have been less than that. But so if you're looking for low-cost city street options, or for like a Hall of Heroes, and you can use that for like a bar, you can use it for or a tavern or an inn or a home or a dungeon or anything like that. It's a great financial, less expensive option to get some trade on your table, just as a way to go. So in fact, when I run games too, I like to have sound playing when I'm running. And I found there's one called RPG Master Sound. Totally free, RPG Master Sound. Check that out too. If you're a DM, GM, keeper, whatever, you want some cool, creepy sounds, it's free, and is it fantastic? It's like, can you hear like creaking sailing ships and seagulls, like some of these really, no. But you've heard it play when you run.
But there's another one called Pocket Bard that's free as well that you can do.
That's another one. And there's another one called Elder Brain Sound. Is another one, which is pretty good. They don't have a lot, but that actually is pretty good as well. So, but Pocket Bard's good. I might try Pocket Bard next. Give it a little run for the money and see how it goes. see how it goes. So, but yeah, I like sound. When you play, do you like the sound when I'm playing the sound? Yeah,
makes you feel more immersed into the game.
It really does. When I run at the library for the kids, and I have new players, and when I'll have like general woodlands, you can hear the birds singing. Then I'll change the sound for when we go into a combat or going to a dungeon.
And that's when my butt tightens up when that sound changing. I'm like, oh no, something bad's about to happen.
Yeah, but it does grab them instantly. Pretty much know something's going to happen. And sometimes I'll not even tell them, I'll just change the sound just to kind of like screw with their brains a little bit. and it works great.
This past week on Pathfinder, my butthole did clench.
It was good.
I got smacked pretty hard. I'm like, nope, I'm running. Don't come near me.
How many hit points did you get down to?
13. From 56 to 13 off one hit. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, they just leveled up to 5th, which is cool, but they were battling Driders. So.
But then I came back and killed the one.
You did good. It was a good time.
You hurt me, I'm going to kill you.
So, but yeah. But it was a
Gene came in clutch.
Gene was I hate to say it, but he was. Gene, he's our little young player getting ready to go back to school. But he was clutch with his javelins, man. You guys just took that stuff out. So, but it was, I tell you, I love it. Talk about gaming all day long, but just keep in mind, though, again, that inexpensive terrain you can pick up. Players love when you can put that scattered terrain down. Doesn't have to be much, but it really adds to your game, for sure.
Wow, that sounds good.
It was. But again, busy week, great week, tons going on. Again, more to come. We appreciate everybody is kind of tuning in and watching us as we kind of attempt to grow the channel and speak to people and do everything we want to do. So thank you. Thank you very much. And I think that's really all we got for today.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, so just stay geeky. Thanks for watching. See ya.
Good night.